The rain fell harder than it had all year. Naomi stood at the bus stop, clutching her thin sweater tightly around her body. The cold pierced through her like a reminder of everything that had gone wrong. "Lord, not today," she whispered, her voice trembling. "Please, not today." But today was exactly the day everything seemed to fall apart. That morning had started with hope. Naomi had woken up early, prayed like she always did, and dressed carefully for what she believed would be her breakthrough moment. An interview at a well-known company she had dreamed of working for. She had been unemployed for almost a year. Bills piled up. Friends stopped calling. Even her relatives had begun to whisper behind her back. "She prays too much but does nothing," one of them had said. But Naomi knew she was trying. She sent applications. She followed up. She fasted. She prayed. And today felt different. Until the email came. She had opened it while eating her last piece of bread. "We regret to inform you." Her heart sank. She didn't even finish reading. By midday, everything spiraled. Her landlord called. "Naomi, I've been patient, but I need the rent by tomorrow. Please, just a few more days," she begged. Silence. Then a cold reply. "Tomorrow." The line went dead. Naomi sat on the edge of her bed, staring at the wall. Her Bible lay open beside her. But for the first time in a long time, she didn't reach for it. Instead, tears rolled down her cheeks. "God, where are you?" she whispered. "I've trusted you. I've waited. I've believed." Her voice cracked. "Why does it feel like you're late?" With nothing left to do, Naomi decided to step out, just to clear her mind. That's how she ended up at the bus stop, drenched in rain, lost in thought. Bus pulled up suddenly. Without thinking, she got in. "Where to?" the driver asked. Naomi hesitated. She didn't even know. "Anywhere," she said softly. The driver looked at her strangely but handed her a ticket anyway. She sat near the window, watching raindrops race down the glass like her thoughts. Life felt like it was slipping fast. Halfway through the journey, an elderly woman boarded the bus. She looked fragile, her hands shaking slightly as she searched for a seat. Naomi noticed immediately. Without thinking, she stood up. "Ma'am, please take my seat." The woman smiled warmly. "God bless you, my child." Naomi forced a small smile. They rode in silence for a while, until the woman spoke again. "You look troubled." Naomi sighed. "It's been a hard day." The woman nodded, as if she already knew. "Sometimes," she said gently, "God allows the storm because He's preparing a miracle you can't see yet." Naomi looked at her, surprised. "It doesn't feel like that," she admitted. The woman chuckled softly. "It never does, when you're in the middle of it." Lost in conversation, Naomi missed her stop. By the time she realized, the bus had already gone far beyond where she intended. "Oh no," she panicked. "I need to get off." The driver stopped, and she quickly got down, only to find herself in an unfamiliar part of town. The rain had slowed to a drizzle. Naomi looked around. She had no reason to be there. No plan. No direction. "Great," she muttered. "Just great." As she walked aimlessly, she heard something. Cry. Faint but urgent. She froze. "Hello," she called out. Another cry. This time louder. Following the sound, Naomi turned into a narrow alley, and what she saw made her heart stop. A young boy sat on the ground, clutching his leg, tears streaming down his face. I can't stand," he whimpered. Naomi rushed to him. "What happened?" "I fell, my mom, she's at work." His voice shook with fear. Naomi looked around. There was no one else. Her heart raced. This wasn't part of her plan, but something inside her said, "Stay." Naomi hesitated. She had her own problems. No money, no job, no certainty about tomorrow. But this boy needed help now. She took a deep breath. "Okay," she said firmly. "I'm not leaving you." Using all her strength, she helped him up and slowly walked him to the nearest clinic. The process took time. Time she didn't feel she had. But she stayed, filled out forms, comforted him, prayed silently. "Lord, I don't understand, but I trust you." At the clinic, things moved quickly. The boy's injury wasn't life-threatening, but he needed care. As Naomi sat beside him, a man rushed into the room. "Ethan," he called out, clearly distressed. The boy looked up. "Dad!" Relief flooded the man's face as he hugged his son tightly. Then he turned to Naomi. "You brought him here." Naomi nodded. "I just found him." The man took a deep breath. "Thank you. I don't know what could have happened if you hadn't." He paused. "Can I ask, what do you do?" Naomi hesitated. "I'm currently looking for a job." The man studied her for a moment, then smiled. "Well, maybe this is your lucky day." The man introduced himself as Daniel, a senior manager at a large company. Not just any company. The same company Naomi had interviewed with that morning. Her heart skipped. Daniel continued. "We've been looking for someone reliable, compassionate, someone with integrity." He glanced at his son. "Someone like you." Naomi blinked in disbelief. "But I didn't get the job," she said. Daniel frowned. "Really? That's strange." He pulled out his phone. "Let me make a call." Minutes later, everything changed. By evening, Naomi sat in the same room, holding a letter. But this time, her hands trembled for a different reason. "Congratulations." Tears filled her eyes. Not of pain, of awe. Everything that had gone wrong that day. The rejection, the rain, the wrong bus, the missed stop. It had all led her here. She remembered her prayer that morning. "Lord, not today." And suddenly she understood. God hadn't been late. He had been intentional, perfect, faithful. Sometimes when it feels like everything is falling apart, God is actually putting everything together. You may not understand the delays. You may not see the purpose in the pain. But trust this. God is never late. He shows up exactly when He means to. If you believe God is working behind the scenes, like, comment, Amen, and subscribe for more powerful stories like this.